Hello everybody, this is D King Bay, your book granny here with a review for you. Oh yeah, today I have A Tempest of Tea by Hafsah Faizal. Hafsah Faizal, I think that's how it's said, I'm not sure. Sorry about that. Yes, I actually have 3 copies of this book, so I'll put the little book battle up there for you. This is a good one, I enjoyed it. It's a duology. It's set back in did anybody watch Peaky Blinders? I would say back in those times, okay? Even though, of course, this is fantasy. So, it's not really there. But anyway, so it's set back in those times to give you an idea of the feel for it. Okay, the themes that were in it, we had found family. We always like them books where, you have to go grab your crew and get them together to go do a mission. That was this. We had enemies to friends, enemies to lovers in there. You had some, I wouldn't call it Romeo and Juliet, but kind of like, okay, I'm high society and you're low society, so therefore we're not going, we shouldn't be a couple type things. They had, there was a heist in it. I love heists. There was mystery in it. So it had a whole lot of different elements, but as you see, it's not a very long book, but it actually covered all of them and it did a good job of it. Granted, this is a duology and this was just the first book of it, but they did a good job. I enjoyed this book. I don't think of this book as a fantasy, maybe because it's more of vampires, and I don't know why I don't think of vampires as fantasy. I think of them as more paranormal. But anyway, oh, and by the way, before I forget, I'm not big on vampire books, but this book didn't have the vampire as being the main thing. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't about the vampirism or stuff like that. Yeah, she has a blood house and she has to deal with some vampires, but it wasn't a vampire book, if that makes sense. So this was good. By day, Arthur runs an amazing tea house for your everyday joy. Everyone wants to go there. It's a great place. At night, she runs an illegal blood house for vampires, so they come in there to get their little blood, right? Very good. Now, again, I said this is illegal. Now, what happens, there's these guys called the Ram. They're the bad guys, okay? They run everything, okay? They're threatening to shut down her business. And she's like, okay, this is not going to happen. She's on the straight and narrow-ish because, again, the blood house is illegal, but they're vampires. They need to eat too. But anyway, that's a whole other thing. So anyway, she's doing her little thing and she's, pretty much honest work now, right? So she's like, oh, what am I going to do? They gave her, and she's like, in 2 weeks, they're going to shut her down and blah, blah, blah. So, okay, she's going to have to reach back to her old days. I'm going to have to go get something to make them stop this. Because, let's say she did some things that were unsavory back in the day. But, like I say, she cleaned up her act. So she gathers her crew together and she's like, okay, there's this ledger and it has all kind of information on it. And I'm going to use it to stop these folks from closing my place. So she needs this ledger. And yeah, let's just say it's not going to be easy. It's not like it's just sitting on a shelf and she can go grab it. Of course, this ledger is in this place. Is going to be ridiculous to get into. It's a heist. It's like a heist. They got to figure out how to get in there, how to get this ledger without getting caught. Oh, by the way, she's got to go get her crew. So she got to go all find the people who are going to work with her to go get this information. Oh, and by the way, one of the people she has to work with works for the Ram, the people who run everything, that are about to close her business. So she gotta, okay, can I trust him? I need him, but I can't really trust him. It was good, okay? Oh, and by the way, something else that's happening during this is vampires are starting to come up missing. Vampires, they are, let's say they're quite strong in most books, okay? You can't just go up there and beat a vampire down. It just don't work like that. So they're like, there's also this mystery of what's happening to the vampires. Okay, so Archie, I called her Archie. Arthur goes out there finding her crew. And again, there's another subplot of what's happening to the vampires. And that's not a big plot. That's, down there. And it was a good book. I enjoyed it. With the crew, her crew, you get to actually know all of the characters. I will say, let me think. The one thing I didn't like about the book is, okay, you getting to know this crew and the story's going on and on and on, which is good. It was at a good pace, And I won't say it was faster, slow, just a good pace, you know. But the ending, it's like they rushed it. Like, okay, let's just do this real fast. And they just zoomed through the ending. So that was my one downer on this. Otherwise, I really did enjoy this book quite a bit. It had twists and turns, some things that I didn't expect. I'm like, oh, why didn't I know that? And then I thought back, I'm like, all the clues were there. I should have known. I had one of the moments. I like books that do that. I'm like, oh man. I mean, for a second I had suspected that, and I'm like, I threw it out my mind. No, I'm just tripping because, you know, I'd be like, oh, I'm overdoing it, doing too much. No, I should have kept on doing too much. Okay, so it was a good book. I will say, okay, let me tell you about the different people in her crew. Okay, I told you a little bit. Let me tell you a little bit more. Of course, you have Arthur, and she's always, you know, like I said, she had a little bit of a more less than legal life, shall we say. She gets people's secrets, and she will use them against them to get what she wants. And you know, was blackmail, whatever. That's what she did in, I don't want to say her former life, but yeah, that's pretty much what she had to do to survive, you know. But anyway, back to what I was saying, back to her crew. First we had Arthur. Like I say, she used to, you know, collect secrets, shall we say. She's a secret collector, and she still is, right? She just hasn't had to use any secrets in a long time. That's all because she's got her tea house, which is doing amazing. Then we have Jen, and you don't care about these people's names. Then we have her brother. We'll call him her adoptive brother, and he has issues with, okay, what happened to my parents? His parents disappeared like maybe 10 years ago. I can't remember. And he's still dealing with that. Are they dead? Are they alive? What's going on? So him and Arthur, they are super, super tight. Then we have this little heiress, okay? And she is a mess. She happens to be the best forger around, though, you know, and she looks for it. I mean, she gets the excitement, you know what I'm saying? She gets to hop and do some little forgery. She feeling pretty good, you know what I'm saying? Because her life is pretty boring otherwise, right? Then we have this vampire. You be like, what is he up to? It's just like, he just shysty. He just seems shysty from get to go. You know what I mean? And then we have this guy, that's the Ram. He's the captain. He was a captain in the Ram. And, you know, can you trust him? He says he wants this, but why? You know, and is he going to stab them in the back or what? So the crew, they get together, they need each other, but they can't quite trust each other except for Arthur and Jen, which is, like I said, like her brother. So all those characters, it was a very good character development. You get to see what happens to all these characters. And the majority of the book is setting up for the heist, which makes sense because if you got a heist, you know, you got to set up for it. That's most of the work there, right? So yeah, it's a good book. And I will say that it ended in a good spot because you got to be careful with duologies or any series because these folks be stopping on these cliffhangers and the cliffhangers will be like, you know. And like I said, I did like the mysteries in there and you finding this out and finding out that was good. Like the only thing I had the problem with is how they rushed through the ending. But yeah, so that is it. I need to tell you guys that I will be out for the next 2 weeks. I'm going to try the video, but I don't have the equipment. I'm going out of town. I don't have the equipment to actually edit. So if the videos come out crazy, I'm not going to put any old mess up there. But I might. But I'm not going to put any old mess up here. So I'm going to try to act like I got some. So if the videos come out okay, I'll record them. I'm going to try to record some. I owe you guys so many reviews. So I will try to send you guys some reviews. And otherwise, I might be gone for like 2 weeks. All my books are going to stack up. And I got some good ones coming because I tell you, I got some good ones coming. So y'all hang in there. If you don't see me for a while, it's okay. I'm still here. I'm traveling. Gotta go see my mommy. So that is it. Don't forget in July, the second week of July, we will be, where's my book at? I'm going to put it back here on the shelf somewhere. But anyway, we will be discussing as a group, Principle of Moments. That's it. We will be discussing as a group Principle of Moments by Asimi Jakimi Pearson. So if you haven't got it, go pick it up. It's only available in print. I cannot find it on ebook or even the Audible. So it's in print. Go pick it up. Go to the library. Check it out. It's a good book. It's first book in a trilogy, I believe. So that is it. You guys have a great day. Bye bye.